Gets me through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jodie and Hayesy on Nova.
Oh my God, so many people have sent me DMs about the podcast, so I thought I'd just address it with you guys in one special piece.
Oh my God, so many people have slid into my DMs just to say, hey, I love your podcast. And when I say so many, I mean at least my husband.
Here's a day in the life of my awesome, exciting life. First of all, I get up, I have a shower, I embrace the sun's energy and just be thankful for what I've got. Influencers, for the most part, are absolute. And can you believe there's a degree in Ireland that is teaching you how to be an Instagram influencer?
Yeah, it's called a degree in battery. And you can gain one.
Yes, and it's run by little leprechauns. So we thought, skip the degree, just listen to us. We'll tell you exactly the sort of dickheadery you need to be an influencer. Something's just floated across our desk, which is very, very helpful for people who want to become an influencer.
Oh, and who doesn't?
Oh, my very goodness. What about this? There's an influencer degree on offer. Starting in 2024, a university in Ireland will offer a bachelor's degree in influencing, a profession valued at $16.4 billion globally.
Okay, can I just say, stick a fork in me, I'm done?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
That's it.
Jab that fork in Jodie because she is DUN. Yeah. Done.
And preferably, can you do it in my eyeballs, please?
Yeah.
Oh, I've
No
lost
problems.
all faith in humanity with this story.
Well, the thing about this particular course is, Jodes, we thought we'd help the good people out.
Oh, okay.
Just cut out the middleman, save you a hex debt, and we just give you some advice on how to become an influencer from Jodie and Hayes's influencer course from the prestigious School of Knobbery. Because everyone gets a little bit frustrated or just a little bit icked by social media influencers at some stage.
I think there's a real perception that it's like money for jam, like it's the easy way out, trying to earn money by doing really nothing.
Yeah.
By either being attractive or just being a complete tool online.
I think it's more so as well. Like, for example, if you're Jason Derulo, who's basically now a social media influencer, that's fine. Because you built yourself up by being just an absolute gift from the music heavens. Yeah. But people who are social media influencers because they're social media influencers, it's like, why are you important? What, because you're prominent on social media? I'm not sure.
People get frustrated because it's like, well, what in talent do you have?
Yeah.
Kind of, it's like a Kardashian thing. It's like, well, apart from being good looking, what have you done for the world?
Yeah, well, okay, I could go into one thing that made Kim a little bit famous, but... let's keep it G-rated. All right, kick us off, Jay. Give us a bit of advice.
Well, if you want to be an influencer, you have to have several paid partnerships to the point where every single post is infiltrated by some sort of business acumen and everyone goes, has that person ever paid for anything ever?
Yeah.
Because it appears they just get free stuff.
Yeah, but it's done on purpose so you can portray the image that you're in collaboration with someone.
And the other thing is you have to have the ability to have candid photos that are like look away photos. Like, oh my God, someone just snapped me doing something amazing and I look incredible and perfect.
Who would have thought?
You have to have that ability. And I always look at those photos and go, who took that?
Yeah.
What random on the street have you accosted and said, can you just take a natural snap of us in our bikini over here lolling by the pool with our cocktail?
That's the thing, isn't it? That's the big question. Who's actually snapping those photos?
Yeah.
My mother used to say to me, marry someone useful, but I think you need to marry someone who's good at taking photos. Like a proper Instagram husband.
Blokes be warned, it's to take at least 1,000 photos and then they'll choose a top 5 and that won't be enough.
Yeah. Or even the worst one is like when you make your children take these photos. Oh, stop it. Leave them alone.
Grow up. Newsreader Abby, what have you got? Give us some advice on how to become an influencer.
For me, it's always probably posting at least once a day, going, hi guys, I'm just jumping on here because I'm getting so many comments about my skincare routine. Like, so many of you are in my DMs, and I just want to let you know that this is what I do to look like this.
Yeah.
Now, in my case, so every time I see my 94-year-old Nana, bless her, she always goes, Abby, you have such beautiful skin.
Oh.
Now, the secret to my beautiful skin is I get in the shower and splash water on my face, and that's it.
Wow.
So stop wasting thousands of dollars on products and just use water, guys.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Where are you showering? The fountain of youth?
But also this is my my skincare routine, and it's like 78 steps. And you're like, who's got the time?
So many people have slid into my DMs. No, they have.
No, 2 people did. Maybe
people.
2 globally. That's it.
Or your best friend said, your skin's looking really good today. God, thousands of you are asking about this.
And as we know, most of us, our best friends are our dogs.
Yeah.
So did they actually say it? Producer Zoe, what have you got? Because you're part of, I'm not going to say you're a social media influencer, but you're
You've
part
got
of
friends. You've got friends who are.
I've got plenty of friends who are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, and we've just slagged them off for the last 5 minutes.
That's okay. Cool. My favourite thing about the influencer culture these days, though, is the clean girl aesthetic. Are you guys familiar with the clean girl aesthetic?
No.
This one is key, I think, to being a modern influencer and nailing it. So it's like the completely natural clean girl, except you have to have glowy skin, a pinch of blush, glossy lips, slicked back hair, gold hoops, tote bag, and a slim pair of sunnies to go. So it's like...
And the green juice in the hand as well.
So just at any given point, it's completely natural, except for all of the work you've done before you've left the house.
Yeah.
So that's my bit of advice.
The only thing that could be better about the clean girl aesthetic is someone candidly snapping you being the clean girl.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Here's my morning routine, and someone's filming it, or you've set up a tripod. That's upsetting. Yeah.
Anyway, any brands listening out there who want to come right into our DMs, baby.
There you go. So there you go. Welcome to Jodie and Hayes's influencer course from the prestigious School of Knobbery.
Oh.
This course is how to become an influencer. Of course, please like and subscribe rather.
Yeah. What do they do? Something point up, or what is that?
Swipe up now.
Swipe up now.
Swipe up now.
Swipe up now for birthday payday.
Point up.
You're only a what if away from a holiday with whatif.com.
You could go to the dentist or the kids' sports.
But what if it was a weekend on the coast instead?
Book hotels, holiday rentals, apartments, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
What about this outrageous war between 2 of the absolute fitness queens?
Round 1, fight.
Who wins this?
Ooh, it's a fitness war at the moment. If you're not across it, I can update you immediately, if not sooner, because we like to touch on the big topics here. It's between Kayla, it's an anus, and...
Say Kayla, it's an anus.
How do you...
Say Kayla, it's an anus. That's just the most offensive way that you could have said it's anus of all time. It's getting out of hand, to be honest. And it's too late for me to dump that as well, by the way. Far too late. So here we
You
are.
had 7 seconds. Why couldn't you get rid of it?
I was just in shock.
Okay. I didn't mean to say it like that. Anyway, you know I can't say it, so that was a complete accident. Anyway, Kayla is in a feud with Cass Olholm. Okay, so this is what's happened. Cass was like this fitness influencer that came from Queensland. She was chuffed to get a job with Kayla, who is the founder of the Sweat app, which sold for about $400 million. Okay, so Kayla, fair to say, rolling in it.
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah, she's okay. So Cass has since left her employment at the app and has gone on to start up her own. Now, the problem with that is Kayla has said, well, listen, you've got a 12-month non-compete clause with us. So that essentially means, like, if you were right to leave here, we'd have a non-compete. We couldn't go and work for another radio station.
Yeah.
Not that we'd want to, because we love it here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's how that works. So the argument is in March next year, she can go and do what she wants, start up her own app, do whatever. No one cares. But she's 6 months into this non-compete.
Okay.
So Kayla has now taken her to the Supreme Court. So that's going to be heard next week. So that will all play out in court.
Yep.
So that's where we're at. It's a big old fitness feud, Andrew.
Fitness feud. It's just one of those feuds. That's right. I mean, there's a lot of sweat involved. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
13, 24, 10.
Yeah.
Are you in a feud?
Oh, we want to hear from people who are feuding at the moment.
It doesn't matter who it's in. Maybe it's your brother. Maybe it's a neighbour.
Yep.
Maybe it's the Supreme Court. Maybe it's the police system.
Let's not go down that path, please.
Let's go down there and let's see how good producer Zoe's filtering skills are via the phones.
Let's really test her today.
And I just wonder, straight off the bat, so I couldn't imagine that newsreader Abby's in any sort of feud with anyone.
Or
has had any sort of feuds across the journey at all.
Well, not that I know of. I mean, there's probably people out there who are feuding with me, but I don't know it.
I know of one.
Who?
I'm not going to say it on air. You've had a little tiff with someone else in the little media sphere.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, there's one.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, okay, there's one.
That's fair.
Yeah, yeah. I'm feuding with my mum, actually, at the moment.
Oh.
I keep not doing my ironing and leaving it in her laundry, and she's getting really angry at me.
Is she?
So I put it in the laundry in a big pile, and then she puts it on my bed, and it just keeps going back and forth.
Going back and forth.
There you go.
And she goes, Abby, why haven't you done it? And I say, because I just don't have time, Mum. And then I've gone and napped for 5 hours during the day.
I don't have time in between all of the
I'm
napping.
like, Mum, I need a mummager. I need like a Kris Jenner in my life.
Yeah. 13 24 10. Abby's mum wants to call in. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And then we can give her the $150 zone bowling voucher.
She'd love that.
And then
she's got kids at home at the moment.
And then she can give it to you. And you can be like, I'm too busy to iron. I've got to go bowling.
13, 24, 10. Who are you in a feud with?
Oh.
For example, Jodie is in a feud with her own tongue because she cannot, under any circumstances, say it's seenus. Who's winning that feud?
Me being my tongue.
Yeah.
I've lost many a battle with my tongue.
Absolutely. Let's go to Goodwood. Good morning to you, Emily.
Good morning.
Okay, Emily, what's going on? Take us through it. This is just be warned. This is not a warning. This is a very safe space. So give us some details.
Thanks. Okay, I'm in a feud with the person I sit next to at my desk at work. Every single day I come in and her stuff is like way on my side of the desk, and we've started this like silent battle of like pushing things back and forth over the desk, and I've now got like my books lined up in a line down the middle so she can't put it on.
Yeah.
And so every day I put something extra on her side of the desk just to get her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I can 100% relate to this because the couple of days a week that I work at Channel 10, every time I come in, Tiff, the weather girl, has got all her crap on my side of the desk, and she argues black and blue that my desk is slightly bigger. I've got an extra 10 centimetres because she's measured it.
Yeah, wow.
So then she has every right to put her coat and her weather stand and all sorts of rubbish, her lunch containers on my desk.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is nice. Can we just peel back the curtain here?
Yeah.
Is this Emily? Is this someone that we know quite well? I just saw,
No. No, it's Tiff Mahoney.
Yeah, right. I just wonder if this is someone inside this team.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Is that Zoe?
Is that you, Zoe? Producer Zoe beat producer Emily. Oh my gosh, what is going on?
Goodness me.
Oh, now she's gone. Oh, strange stuff.
She's just run out of the building, never to
Yeah.
be seen again, little
All right.
producer Zoe.
Okay, so it's well, I guess we're not giving producer Zoe the
The
bowling
$150
voucher.
bowling voucher. Categorically,
good.
we're not.
All right, 13, 24, 10. When have you been in a feud? Because this is starting to really heat up, and not just between Kayla and Cass, but also between producer Zoe and producer Em.
Jeez, nasty.
But I tell you what, when they do get resolved,
Yep.
it's always fun. But there's some ongoing feuds that just never die down ever.
That's very true. Let's go to Katie from Highbury. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning. How you going?
Good. Who are you in a feud with, please?
I love her, but my mother.
Oh, yeah.
What's happened?
So, little story time.
Yeah.
High school, got a really short pixie haircut. Not a good choice because I have quite naturally curly hair.
Oh, no.
When I got the pixie haircut, it went like Hagrid's hair. It was high. I mean, it needed like its own homing beacon. It was that high, right? During this time, my mum thought, what a good idea. I'll have a family portrait taken.
Oh,
so
no.
my mum has had a family portrait taken. We've blown it up for some reason. She's put it in a frame, right?
Yeah.
So it's like my mum, my dad, my cute little sister, and then I swear it's like Guy Sebastian next to me. Anyway, it is pride of place on my mum's mantelpiece, okay?
Yeah.
So every time I go to my mum's house, I put another picture in front of it to hide it.
Yes.
Or I put a little ornament in front of it. I put like a certificate, anything. When I leave, she sees it, she removes it.
Yep.
So every time I go there, I have to put something back in front of it. This has gone on for years. Neither one of us have spoken about it to the other person.
Wow,
Love it. It's a silent feud. I love that.
That is a beautiful ongoing feud.
Thank you, Katie.
Doesn't sound like it's going to get resolved anytime soon.
Have we got time for Abby from
Yeah.
Balaclava? Hey, Abby, how you doing? Who are you in a feud with?
Good. I'm in a feud with my husband.
Yes.
What's he done?
What's he done?
Look, I made quiche at the beginning of the week. I made 12 of them. And I said, just leave one for my lunch today.
Yep.
Yeah, guess what? I woke up this morning and there's not a single one left.
Oh, my God. I hate that. When you go to the effort of cooking for everyone and then you go to the cupboard and is there any left for you? No, there's not, Abby.
I know, and now I have to buy my lunch, and he doesn't even know because he left for work at 5 o'clock this morning, but obviously took my lunch.
How's your Thursday night going to play out?
Not sure.
Yeah, so how do you deliver the message as
in
well?
The spare room.
Yeah, well, so how do you deliver this message? You go straight to him with the information, Abby, or do you give him a subtle message?
Oh, it's very subtle. Very subtle.
Yeah, that's what we do. Gosh.
Good luck with that tonight, Abby.
I'm possibly in a feud with my wife as well, but that's the thing. Half the time you don't even know.
Oh, is she mad at you or you're mad at her?
No, I'm never mad at her.
Oh, no, you shouldn't be.
No.
She saved you.
Absolutely. I know exactly where I stand and understand. Hey, Abby, would you like to head along and treat the family or maybe just yourself to a little afternoon or morning of bowling?
I would love to. Keep the competition.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. Zone Bowling, over 30 venues across Australia. The fun never stops with laser tag, arcade games, and of course bowling.
Yes, how good's a feud. Keep them coming through as always. Can text us 0400 919 919. It's Jodie and Hayesy. Good morning. Welcome to the studio. News reader Abby, hello.
Good morning. Hi, Abs. You know how I like to bring you the big news stories of the day?
Yeah, every time.
I have another one for you.
Go on.
The first ever KFC nightclub is going to open in Sydney.
Yes.
Whoa.
About time.
So if you've ever wanted to smash a chicken burger on the dance floor, now is your time to shine.
Two birds, one stone. You got a zinger on the right hand, you got a drink in the left, and your feet are just going off having a bit of a boogie.
Can you imagine at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're probably needing a few things to, help the hard lemonade you've been drinking?
Yeah.
You've got chips in one hand, zinger burger in the other, and off you go. Anyway, there's a collaboration happening, a burger collaboration with a DJ Lude, who I've never heard of before. Sorry if you're listening. And they're going to do this pop-up nightclub in Sydney. So people who end up scoring a ticket won't find out where they're going until 48 hours before the event. So it's almost like, what's the thing, the big white long dinner that they do?
Oh.
I can't remember what it's called.
A long white table or something.
Yeah, biggest dinner or whatever.
Is that surprise?
Yeah, so it's going to be a surprise.
Yeah, there you go. About time there's a collaboration between nightclubs and fast food. Well, why can't they? They should be in the same venue, 100%. For me, it would be a nightclub mixed with Zambreros. Imagine that.
That'd be
Just a little
interesting in
burrito.
the toilets later on.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, taking you back to your single days, way before Cara, and you're trying to perhaps at around 2-3 in the morning. I don't know. You met a girl that you have a real connection with, like a real connection. Yeah. Do you think that's going to help your cause, having a dirty big burrito in a left hand?
Well, I was more so thinking you cut out the middleman straight away, and then there's that awkward sort of 45 minutes where you're like, wow, I'm alone again. What do I do now? And I find my way to the kebab store. You just trot over into the corner.
Oh, my goodness.
Get home earlier.
How about you, Jodes? What would you have?
Well, I'd be, I guess if you take me back, I'd be on the dance floor with a fillet of fish in my left hand.
Oh, my God.
You and my ex-boyfriend
my God.
belong together.
Oh,
He used to buy them so that he could have them when he was hungover the next day.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I never, ever eat that food unless I've had a couple of bevies. And then the old fillet of fish, mwah.
Yeah. Is there anything more attractive? Just a young lady dancing up a storm with a fillet of fish in her right hand. Are you kidding me? Newsreader Abby is back in the studio. Jodie's here as well. Girls, be honest. Weekend, what did we do? And don't leave out any finer details.
You go first.
Oh, I did a few bits and pieces, caught up with some friends, watched a movie.
Don't bury the lead, mate. Don't bury the lead. You're a newsreader. Get to it.
All right, I watched the new rom-com on Netflix that may or may not have Delta Goodrich in it.
Oh, yes.
Love is in the Air, I think it's called.
Love is in the Air.
And then I'm also told you to watch it.
So you did that on the weekend. I feel filthy because I did it on a weekday.
Yeah, Hayesy, it's a rom-com and it's all about basically this big wig that comes over from overseas because they're going to shut down this company, and then Delta's the chief pilot of this company, and it's based in Queensland, and it's probably the worst movie I've ever watched, but I couldn't stop watching. You know, like a train crash, like you should not be watching it, but you can't stop watching it.
But instead of a train, it's a plane.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
I love Delta. Delta can't do anything.
Okay,
like
we probably need to set the scene for you. Just have a little listen to the premise of this movie.
William.
Dana.
You must be Mr. Randall's assistant.
Chief pilot, actually. Strap in.
Sorry, I don't know where to put my hands. I'm going to tap something.
Just put your hands down.
So I can't get past the fact that Delta's a pilot.
Delta is a pilot, and she does everything. She fixes that plane on her own.
It breaks down midair.
She
surprise
does.
me. Doesn't
She
surprise me, very
does
handy.
checks. Like she just and then not to give it away, but this if you don't want to hear some spoilers, stop listening. This big cyclone comes because it's Queensland, and it's like they're the only plane available for the people of Queensland.
For the whole of
Queensland. Like there's
what
no
are we
emergency services up there or something.
It's big Boeing, is it?
No, like this big cyclone comes and you think someone's going to die and then, you know, like we all love a happy ending. We won't give it away what happens, but anyway.
It's a rom-com, mate. We can join the dots.
And then I watched it and then cried myself to sleep going, oh, no one will ever look at me like that. But, it was good. It was good.
And you said to me, you came to work, you said you have to watch the new Delta movie. And so for content purposes, I did my job, and I went home and I watched it and I was like, this is so awful. I can't turn my eyeballs away from it. And so now it's got to the point, Hayesy, where I want to go back and watch it again.
Well, I want to watch it now.
I think
want
you
to give a
should.
review too.
Because I literally sat there and I even laughed. I laughed so hard that I snorted, and my dogs looked at me and I was like, guys, I'm sorry, but I cannot turn this off.
Even Tank and Tori, the sausage dogs, are going, Delta's not a pilot.
The one thing I did like, though, was she didn't break out into song. So that was okay, because that would have been a bit
so
cringy.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Because I was born to try, or were you born to fly? Can you remember the absolute scandal that rocked the world that was David Beckham allegedly having an affair on wife Victoria with her personal assistant or his personal assistant, Rebecca Luce? Can you remember that?
Well, is it the personal? I thought it was a nanny. Was it a nanny?
Personal assistant, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, which probably falls into that category, doesn't it? I mean, nonetheless, David was a dirty bird.
And it's all come to the surface now because she has an opening installment of Beckham, which is a documentary series, just detailing how they got together, his career, how it all kicked off, so to speak. But in the second episode, I do believe, they speak about the infidelity for the very first time they've addressed all the rumours. Have a listen.
Would you say that was the hardest time in your marriage?
100%. It was the hardest period for us because it felt like the world was against us. Did I resent David? If I'm being totally honest, yes, I did. It was probably the most unhappy I have ever been in my entire life.
Wow, there you go. Vic Beckham just going right off.
Just going bang. You might recall that he was in Spain at the time that the affair rumours surfaced, and so she packed up everything, packed up the kids and moved over there to try and repair their relationship. And she's just come out and said, like, we were actually against each other at that time. We were going head to head.
To keep an eye on him, because what could possibly go wrong when you're in Spain, I'm assuming playing for Real Madrid.
Yeah, well, watching it last night too, though, the affair thing came up because I was like, oh my God, he was obsessed by her when they first met. He spoke about how he fell out with his manager, Alex Ferguson, at the time, because they'd get a few days off and he would just take off and go to wherever it was that she was touring with the Spice Girls.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So
that's
but he seemed so in love with her, is my point.
Yeah, I think everyone in a relationship would crave that from their partner, wouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So it came as a bit of a surprise that he actually played up. But then I guess, I don't know, soccer players have a bit of a reputation for that.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Soccer players?
Oh, my God. Have you never read an article about a soccer player playing up on their missus?
Absolutely not.
Haven't you?
Never in my life.
Yeah, right. So there you go. Can I just say it is well worth a watch, this series. It is very, very good and quite captivating.
Yeah, there you go. Now all I can do is just picture David Beckham cruising down the freeway off to see Posh.
If you want to be my lover,
Windows down. With that weird little accent he's got. Friendship never ends, yeah?
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
In the news today.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
Because it's so early, sometimes you wake up and you're like, oh, it's just an absolute cluster, you-know-what, of information for me to process.
And it's too much. Too much to scroll through all the news feeds. So let's just turn to Jodie, Hayesy and Abby in the newsroom for all your post-snooze news.
Top
Abs,
three
what you
things
got?
you need to know.
Good morning. We need some help, and if South Australia is good at anything, it's helping each other. So, a go-kart has gone missing from Windvale. Now, what makes this story special? There's a 13-year-old called Zach Stint, and he was meant to be competing in the Australian Nationals for go-karting in Bordertown at the end of this month.
Yes.
Now, the poor thing has woken up to go to school one day, walked out. He's just got this $6,000 go-kart, and thieves have basically gone to the property and have pried the trailer open and have taken this go-kart. So
stealing stuff at the best of times is pretty low. Stealing stuff from a child worth that much, and can you only imagine how many dreams he's got invested in competing at the Nationals? This is awful.
And to get to Nationals, though, that's huge. This isn't just I'm going to go and whirl around the farm. This is a big competition. So if anyone's got any information, call Crime Stoppers, 1800 333 000.
So no suspects at all. I've got a couple. Couple of brothers.
Well, there were
couple of brothers, Mario, and Luigi Mario.
There were 3 suspects, and they were actually caught on camera, and a sensor light came on, but that didn't deter them.
Right.
So
Didn't stop there.
Yeah. So there's been a few leads across Snapchat, but there hasn't really led to anything.
Good on you guys.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Newsy.
Employees working for the supermarket duopoly that is Coles and Woolworths will walk off the job this weekend as they demand better pay and conditions in what's been touted as a first national supermarket strike in Australian history. There's about 1,000 that are going to walk, so not all of them, obviously. Can I be devil's advocate here? And I've never worked in a supermarket, so I wouldn't know. But wouldn't their roles be as scaled back as ever at the moment? Because every time I go to the supermarket, there's like one checkout open. There's one. You've got your 12 or less, or you've got your self-serve, and then one checkout for your big main shop. So, I don't know.
Just a bit of food for thought.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And even at the self-serve checkout, I find it incredibly hard to get any help.
Yeah, when it goes, unexpected item in the bagging area, I want to punch the screen.
Isn't that fun?
No, it's not fun.
Do you know what I do as well, which is very, very arrogant?
What do you do? Here
I'll
we
just
go.
pick up my stuff and go to the next one.
No, so you leave that one broken for someone else.
Yeah.
So while that first checkout's like wigging out, it's going,
Yeah.
we're a gram out here, guys. We'll just go off to the next one.
Yeah, right.
I reckon I've been on a chain where I've stuffed 2 up.
Yeah, 2, and you've gone to the next one again.
Before finally
Do you
getting
put
the first
everything
article.
through as brown onions too?
Yeah. Plus tomatoes.
Yeah. So you know how I spoke about those people who stole from a child? You're worse.
Oh, gosh.
Yes. That's terrible behaviour from you.
Yeah, don't do well with machines.
But do you like a chat, though, in the supermarket? I like just to have how are you? I got a lovely boy last night in Coles. He was so nice. And I think it was his first day on the job because someone yelled out, "You're doing a really good job, Ryan." And he's like, thumbs up. And I was like, I like that human interaction.
Yeah, don't worry. Someone will get him. Someone will aggressively give him some feedback at some stage and just burst his little bubble.
Oh, no, Ryan, you are doing a good job, Dal.
No chat though, thanks. I love it when you go to a supermarket. I think we've touched on this before. When you see someone who you don't really want to talk to, but you see them in the first eye, and you're like, "Hey, man, how you going?" You know, to get on stage, you're like, "Oh, geez, tacos for dinner, eh? Oh, good stuff. We love tacos for dinner."
Yeah.
And then you see them like, "Oh, 4," and you're like, "Oh, great. Do we greet again?"
Yeah, I know. You spend the rest of your shop trying to avoid that person. I had olive oil chat with someone the other day about the cost of olive oil. Like, am I really standing here talking to a 75-year-old woman about olive oil and how expensive it is? Am I doing that?
I'd rather go hungry than have that chat. Oh, seriously.
Newsy.
We'll wrap
Bernice loved it, for the record.
Yeah, didn't she?
By the way, she agreed. She said, olives, it must be really hard to source at the moment. And I said, I know, Bernice.
Yeah. I ran into young Jodie the other day. We had a fantastic chat about olive oil. Really enlightening stuff. In the sports world, of course, if you're a Crows supporter, you wouldn't have liked hearing this. Tom Duday officially requested a trade to the Brisbane Lions. I think we sort of saw this coming, given that it took so long to come to fruition. I mean, the fact that a deal hadn't been done maybe weeks, maybe months ago, says that there was some things happening behind the scenes. From the reports, it's been a bit of a low ball offer from the Adelaide Crows, and the Brisbane are coming to the party with a nice big chunky deal, which Tom Duday, absolute saint, very good friend of the show, needs to look after himself first and foremost.
And his family, his girlfriend is from, her family is on the Gold Coast. They've got a business there, so like it didn't surprise me at all that they went to Brisbane. I think Collingwood were in the mix as well. But I cannot wish him any more but the best. Such nice people, and it's a real big loss for the Adelaide Crows. And I know he's been injured, and I know he probably hasn't delivered exactly what he wanted to for the club. But, all the best.
Absolute gun. Nova's very own.
Nova's, yeah.
At least he's going to a good club.
Yeah, that's true.
The Lions are my second team.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a good club, the Lions.
Okay.
Did anyone try and get Tom on this morning? We should have tried to chat to him. Why didn't we?
He's probably a little...
I'd say he's doing a media blackout. He doesn't want to speak to anyone.
I tell you what, it's 6:13 in the morning. If he doesn't take our calls, we've been so good to him. What a jerk.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Battles of Bangers.
Yep, 2 songs. Probably just with a mutual aim to set your Friday out right.
Yes.
That's fair, isn't it?
That's exactly right. So
we both have good intentions.
We do.
Yeah.
We just want to make people feel good. That's all we've ever wanted to do on this show.
Yeah.
So what we do, we put up 2 songs each. You just need to jump on the Jodie and Hayesy Instagram page and cast your vote for the one that's going to get your juices flowing tomorrow morning at around 8 o'clock.
Okay. Just a quick little score update as well. It's really tight. Much closer than song to song. In saying that, you're making a bit of a comeback there, but you've got a lead in this one. It is currently 10-9.
It is.
Look at you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Got good taste in music. What can I say?
Okay, well then kick us off.
Okay. This song means so much to me because it's a real emotional one, because anytime I've been feeling flat in my life, or I've been feeling like things aren't going well and I need a little pick-me-up, this is the song that I play to myself. Go for it, please, Jimmy Eat World.
It is a good song.
Yeah.
It's a great tune. I'll give you that much. What I do love as well is it's our sound guru, Todd, who's just in amongst the best to ever do it. Todd's a bit younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've just got a feeling that Todd doesn't know Jimmy Eat World because he's titled it The Middle by Jimmy Eats World. Peckish Jimmy? Yeah. Eat an entire world.
The entire planet. Oh, that's cute, little toddles.
Good stuff. All right. The Middle, Jimmy Eat World versus Red Hot Chili Peppers. Joe's, I'm part of a new movement.
Yes.
A brand new movement, and I'm the head of it. It's called NRHCPON, and of course, it stands for Normalise Red Hot Chili Peppers on Nova.
Oh, I like it.
Okay?
I actually don't hate it.
Who's on board?
Yeah, that's quite cool.
We need to normalise you waking up and listening to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Feels right, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I will say this, though. If I was going to choose a Chili Pepper song, it wouldn't have been this one.
Oh, don't tell me. Oh, I would have played Under the Bridge.
I didn't say that.
Oh, which one would you have gone?
I would have done that Zephyr song. I like that song.
The Zephyr song? Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow.
What, did you just Google Red Hot Chili Peppers? I would have gone the Zephyr song.
Okay. It's a good song. Maybe I'll put it up next week and see who's laughing.
Well, I would have gone with Can't Stop. So that's my song.
Well, that's your choice.
Okay.
You do you, boo.
Get voting. Or I'll do a little boo thing from Paul Ross. All right, Red Hot Chili Peppers Can't Stop versus Jimmy Eats World, The Middle. Get voting at Jodie and Daysey. And let's do this thing. Let's reveal the winner tomorrow morning at 8.
God, Jimmy's full after eating an entire planet.
Yeah, outrageous stuff. Unless it was Pluto. Then you still got room for dessert. All right, let's have a vote.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hayes's On This Daysey.
Thursday's daily dose of On This Daysey, where we take you down a very informative trip from memory lane. Some knowledge.
Nice. Beep, beep.
Why not? Beep, beep. That's the train coming through. Get out of the way because it'll squash you. Thursday, the 5th of October, 2001, my very, very close family member, Darren Hayes, announced the breakup of Savage Garden. And instantly I texted him. I'm like, Daz, what's going on? What's the haps with the garden?
Yeah.
And he said, Andrew, my good friend / cousin, we're done.
No, he didn't. Darren Hayes said, Andrew, for the love of God, I'm not your cousin.
And I said, Darren, yes, you are. You're my cousin and so is Sean Hayes. 2008, Manly defeated Melbourne Storm 40-0 to claim the biggest grand final margin win of all time.
It was 38-0, the Roosters up against St George.
Jamie Lyon makes it 40-0 and makes it official.
What a day that was, eh? Daily Cherry, everything's just really burst onto the scene.
Oh, yeah.
I know what you're thinking.
What am I thinking?
Who's Daily Cherry Evans?
Yeah.
Who's DCE? 2019 Dance Monkey, recorded by Tones and I, broke the record for most weeks at number 1, 16 weeks.
That's crazy.
On the RS singles chart by an Australian artist.
Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh.
It holds the record for the longest time at number 1 across Australian singles charts with a total of 24 weeks, which included 21 weeks in a row. That was an absolute institution. And she was, busking on the streets of Byron Bay?
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Next minute, millions of dollars.
I don't know how to feel about that song. Like, some days I like it, some days I'm like, ugh, I'm not really about it.
Well, it's probably because you've heard it a million times.
That's very true, because I work in radio. I hear a lot of songs a lot.
It's also a very, just unique way of singing. Yeah, that when you try and imitate Tones and I, no one looks good trying to do what she does.
Could you try that?
Your dad should do all your... You're like, what are you doing? Are you taking the absolute mickey? You're like, no, I'm trying to be like Tones and I. Only one person can do it. And that is Tones. Number 1 song on October 5th, 2003, Baby Boy by Beyonce.
Oh, Baby Boy.
Yeah, that's the one.
2 eyes in that?
3 actually, Baby Boy.
Certified quality.
Tomorrow, 8 a.m, we're going to launch this week's winner of Battle of the Bangers. Here's Jodie's choice.
It just takes some time.
Not bad, Jodes. Not bad.
You like it?
Bit of Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
I do like this song. And I also like this song as well. And as we've said for so long, we want Chili Willy. I can't stop.
Yeah. Quite clever by you, because I will never ever diss the Red Hot Chili Peppers ever.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever diss that song by Jimmy Eat World as well.
Oh, this is a nice little love-in, isn't it?
As for some of his other songs.
Well, don't worry about that, because I've gone with this one. It's an absolute banger.
Yeah, good stuff.
Make sure you vote on the Jodie and Hayesy Instagram page.
Yep. We're going to launch that tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Stick around, keep it locked to Nova. Get your bills covered. Nova's pay your bills via Maddie and DC today. If you've got a bill, just register it via the Nova player.
Yeah, all day.
That'll do for us.
Yeah, we're done here.
Right.
As the window cleaner drops by our studio window. Yeah. Wow.
Interesting looking character. I was sworn it was Newton Faulkner. Blast from the past. Anywho, goodbye. It's Thursday.
Jodie and Hayesy on Adelaide's Nova 919.